Now, I'm the only film reviewer that's ever reviewed films even before seeing them. I watched them on broken Betamax quality, on a 4x4 screen, in black and white and out of focus. And apparently today my reviews are my top 10 best Stephen King Adaptations. I don't even know why I'm doing this because I never even heard of the guy and I can't even read. So yeah, enjoy. And action. Family member bought me a copy of The Shining. I started reading it that night and I was hooked from the first chapter, finding it simply impossible to put down. Jessie Burlingham and her husband Gerald went away for a weekend at their remote lake house miles from anywhere. To spice things up with their intimate... But yet, so much happens within it, which makes it meet... The performances from the cast were fantastic, especially the main actress who plays Jessie, Carla Duke. Can't read her name. She gives it 110%. Well, you know you're going to get out there and give 110%. This was a big essence in the book, which was fantastically captured by the director, Rob Reiner, who also directed the adaptation? The adaptation? In the film, that was oh, shit. However, in the film, they changed that. Who changed that? Missing a page. Uh-oh. Where am I? However, the biggest element that was However, the only element that was get there in the end that was dramatically changed in the film was the character Kurt Barlow. In the novel, he was good-looking, suave, sophisticated, with a very. However, the biggest element from the book that was changed in the film was the change. Change. I said change so many times. Good-looking, suave, sophisticated. There goes a light. Thank goodness for spare batteries. Okay. Intro. Just clearing my throat, sorry. Troubled teenager Carrie White is bullied every day by her classmates and is trapped within a... Even screwed out the review... Can't even talk. Now, I know a lot of you out there would be highly... Usually, I'm really sceptical on... Usually, I'm really sceptical on upcoming horror remakes. Usually, I feel that they're totally unnecessary because the originals are usually... How many times do I have to say usually? Excuse me. And when I did find out that this was... this... I absolutely love how she was more However, the only thing that I do prefer in the the only thing I do prefer in the original is However, the only thing I do prefer in the original is the promise Throughout the whole attack, she has this amazingly terrifying stare in her eye when she unleashes... I've already said that. However, the only thing I do prefer in the original is in the However, throughout the whole attack, she has this amazingly terrifying stare in her eyes, which showing? However, fuck. Camera rolling? Yes, it is. I'll make sure the camera rolls, eh? Wouldn't be much of a review if there was. Cynical writer Mike Enslin. Cynical writer Mike Enslin has a terrible cold. Throughout the whole entire film. Throughout the film, he's just so nasal you can't understand a word he's saying. Most of the time, he just speaks like this. This was based on the short story which was in the book. This was based on the short story, but from. This was based on the short story by the original. What original? Once again, we're dealing with a story with... Once again, we're dealing with another story... No. Which makes it into a complete psychological... Once again, we're dealing with another story that has a huge sense of claustrophobia because of the main character being trapped in one room throughout most of the... What makes this one of my favourite adaptations? It is because exactly... What makes this one of my favourite adaptations? It's because exactly... God damn it! I bawled my eyes out, and it still has that effect on me every time I read... Bawl my eyes out even getting this wrong. So there you have it, peeps. That's my 4th best adaptation. And now, here comes my 3rd. My turd. Oh my god, I got quite a lot to read here. I have reviewed this in one of my previous... Sorry. You know, first take and I already get it wrong. I have reviewed this before in one of my previous review videos on my top. And as you've noticed, I put 2 films in this category because Stephen King mentioned that I have reviewed this before in one of my top... Because Stephen King did mention that It Chapter 2 is not a sequel, it's a standard... I have reviewed this before in one of my other review videos. I want to try that again. I have reviewed this film... I have reviewed these before in one of my other I have reviewed these before in one of my other previous, just previous or other, one or the other. So this review, oh, damn. Okay, yeah, there are a lot of differences compared to the book and the film, but still I felt Andy Muschietti kept to the spirit of the book astonishingly well. He captured the main focal points. Okay, yeah, there are a lot of differences compared to the book and the film, but yet I still felt that Andy Muschietti did keep well to the... Okay, yeah, there are a lot of differences compared to the book and the film, but still I felt Andy Muschietti kept extremely well to the spirit of the novel. He did it... Okay, yeah, there are a lot of differences compared to the book and the film. For example, the book's... There are... Okay, yeah, there are... Gridlock. Okay, yeah, there are a lot of differences compared to the book and the film. For example, the years that the book is set in... That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there are a lot of differences compared to the book and the film. For example, the book is set in the 50s to the 80s, whereas Okay, yeah, there are a lot of differences compared to the book and the film. For example, the book is set in the 50s to the 80s, whereas the film is set in the 80s to the 2000s. The 2000s? 2000s. That's a new one. Okay, yeah, that 2000s. Yeah, there are a lot of differences compared to the book and the film. For example, the book is set into the 50s. Set into? God, I've still got 2000s in my head. Second paragraph. And the light had to go off, didn't it? The actor who played in this one, Bill Skarsgård, was outstanding. and the right direction enhanced his performance. Like the book, he made the character intense, slimy, and purely terrifying, even adding his own trademark to the role and making it I feel that many sequels today rely just pure on nostalgia. Oh, damn. I feel that many sequels today rely just purely on nostalgia, making it just Abra, Kylie Curran, and Rose the Hat, played by I have talked about this film before, so this will be a slight repeat of that. Wow, close. Not only did he keep to the simplistics of the story, he also added in a particular style which makes your brain constantly think, was this real, was that real, or were they hallucinating, or was it all a dream, or what? It just keeps constantly getting my line wrong. With me being an independent filmmaker, his way of shooting his films has become how long we've recorded. Although, I have to say, I do treat my cast members better than he treated his. This was because he was With me being an independent filmmaker, the way he shot his films has become such a huge Although, I do treat my cast members better than he treated. With me being an independent filmmaker, the way he shot his films has become such a huge inspiration to me for my own films. Although I do treat my cast members better than he treated his. And I'm going to batter that light.